And
Again, you're asking, you want, I have a feeling, Gaurang,
no. What is C-16?
today with the way you're asking me questions, you want to get me fired.
क्या
ऐसा
वो
मत करो, ऐसा मत करो. मेरी लाइफ बहुत डिपेंड करती है ब्रीथ पे.
So hi Amit, long time. So the last time we chatted was for I guess gold,
Gold,
and before
gold.
that, the major interaction happened during Breathe One,
Yes,
the
that's
first time.
when we connect.
Yeah,
That's when we connected. I know.
first time. And I remember, I still remember the fourth episode was something that scene there where I was like, okay, I have to talk to this guy. I have to discuss with him about the performance and all that stuff. So by the way,
I
congratulations.
remember, bro. Thank you, Gaurang. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy that we could do this again. I'm looking forward to our chat.
Same here, same here. So tell me, since the Breathe release, how has been the reaction and the compliments and everything?
It's been overwhelming, and I'm just very grateful. I'm just thankful to everybody for all the messages and heartfelt reaction everybody is giving. And I just say this on behalf of everyone in Breathe. We are just very, 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 very humbled, and we will work harder, and we will keep pushing, we will keep trying, we'll keep at it, you know. And for now, from my side, I just want to thank all of you for every message, for every word, for every heart you are sending me. Um, I like responding to each and every message. I'm still trying, but last couple of days something just keeps happening. But no excuses. I will still find time and get back to each one of you. But if I had a way, I would give you all of you a piece of my heart.
That's great, and I see that you make it a point that you reply to most of your fans, most of the journalists and everything, which is really
I
commendable.
I I I try यार गुरंग मेरा मालूम है क्या आइडियोलॉजी है भाई कि एक फैन एक व्यूअर एक इंसान one person takes out the time first, watches your work, which is 2 hours film, 8 hours series, 9 hours series. Then, after spending that much time, they message you. They go through the pain of finding your accounts. Then they compliment you. Then they share and they tell other people to watch you. Then they send such nice messages to you. I think the least I can do is acknowledge it, let them know that I read it, let them know that it matters, and then maybe convey in my way, in my style, something back to them. And for me, being an actor, being an artist, this is one of the biggest things, this bond. And I want to acknowledge them back. And I started doing this couple of years back. I was encouraged by a set of people. I was also discouraged by a set of people. They said, "Arey, tum star ho, tum jawab de rahe ho, you sound needy. How can you act like people that you have so much time?" I said, "क्या बकवास कर रहे हो आप? कोई इंसान आपका 9 घंटे काम देख के 10 लाइन का कोई मैसेज भेज रहा है, आप उसको थैंक यू बोल रहे हो, and you say it's needy? Dude, of course we should be needy. An artist is zero without the recognition of fans, audiences. An artist is zero without people like you. That's why I've always respect so much to all journalists who have supported me, who ask me the right questions, who are so nice to me. Because, bro, you guys are also the bridge between me, between us and the audience. So I just think that it is important to value everybody's contribution in your life, in your. So I'm just trying to do that. Sometimes am I able to answer everyone? I struggle, but I think till the time I know in my heart of heart that I try and I value that. And all my life, even when I come home at 12 o'clock, I will always try to get into my quilt wherever in the world I am, and I have network. I will respond. I will connect. I will touch base.
That is really great. And talking about Breathe, so what I noticed and I loved in your performance was as I texted you yesterday as well, the silence. There is a scene when Abhishek's character comes to the police for the first time and you guys have interaction. So basically, when he says that, I'll help you guys, your character doesn't say anything. So he has these just zero expression. He's just listening to him. So the other person is clueless whether he's receptive of what I'm saying, whether he's agreeing with me. Especially the character of Abhishek, who wants the cops on his side. So he's clueless what is happening there. And similarly, the scene where you show him the drawing of daughter, there is a side shot of yours where you were just not flinching and I was nothing. You're just sitting, and the audience knows that he's having some doubts. Tell me about that. What was the preparation? How was it? Because that is, why I ask this question is because usually what happens is in movies what we have seen is a cop character. It's a straight character, and usually the other character is interesting. But with Breathe, what I saw was the supposedly straight character. You made it interesting in Breathe 1 as well as here.
Gaurang, thank you so much. But yeah, I won't take the compliment to myself that I have made it interesting because I don't have that much power.
No.
Yes, I work very hard. But if you see anything in Breathe, especially also in my character and my performance, is by design. And that design has a lot of people, writers, and the biggest effect of whatever you see or that I have been able to showcase in building Kabir Sawant and his journey from season 1 to season 2, the huge credit goes to Mayank Sharma, my director. And him and me, we have a very, very strange way of working. We are like, I don't even know how to describe a relationship. And coming to, again, the silences and the brooding part and the way he is, that's how we wanted to design Kabir. That's how I also saw him. But as an actor, I have to go to my director and get approvals. Yeah. And one amazing thing I love about Mayank, and I'm so thankful to him, because you know what, bro, as an actor, I can keep painting. But if you won't show my painting, nobody will see it. So Mayank is one of the best directors that I have met. And whenever I go to him with a certain mindset or complexity of Kabir, he entertains it. Sometimes he approves it, and then I go on that thread. I pick that like path. And sometimes he said, no, don't use this. I say, okay, fine, delete. And sometimes when I'm very sure, I argue. So there's a lot of, whatever you see of Kabir is not a fluke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of thinking. And to be honest with me, I think I also work very hard and I don't leave Kabir. I keep Kabir alive, in my subconscious, because it's one of my, it's a very, very dear character to me. And especially now when it is getting so much love and appreciation through Breathe. It's very special. But again, Kabir Sawant works because there's Breathe,
That's true.
And I'm again very grateful to all of you that, you guys are loving Breathe and every character, because Breathe is what? For me, Breathe is nobody, I don't think that there's a lead in Breathe.
Yeah.
There's no hero, heroine. That's the beautiful thing about my series. There's no hero in this. There's no, Breathe is about these characters. And I just like the way Mayank kind of, Mayank's twisted brain, I don't know how he comes up with these stories and these effects. And all I can say is that I will work harder. I will be better next time when you see me.
I'm sure because with each movie and each web series I see you, there's, this performance is better than the previous one. And that's what has been happening in the last few years. And,
thank you. That means a lot to me.
And on social media, as soon as Breathe released, there is this question which most people are asking who have watched it. What is C-16? There are many theories I read. कि ये हो सकता है, वो हो सकता है, ये room number हो सकता है, ये drug का नाम है. Do you know what is, I'm sure you know what is C-16. Can you give us some hint?
I can give you my director's number. And you can call him and wish him happy birthday. It's his birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday today. Surely we're going to miss it. Yeah. So nothing, you're going to give us nothing on C-16. Okay, fine. And,
it's above my pay grade. They'll sue me. They'll shut me. Do you want to see me again?
Of course.
If yes, don't make me do these silly things then.
Definitely. And Another thing I noticed, your character is taken forward from Breathe One, which was with Madhavan, and now there's Abhishek. Is there a reason that uh, uh, when I saw this series, season one was written in Breathe Into the Shadows? Like any, or just, I don't know.
I think the marketing team, which has done a great job. I want to give a big shout out to Tammy and his team. I think their marketing team is like they're so innovative. I think the only thing that I understand is we didn't want people to be, when a big series is coming and it looks fascinating, you kind of can get burdened that have to watch one.
Oh yeah,
So we wanted people to know that this is a separate story. Yes, Kabir Sawant is continuing. This is a new world. If you haven't seen one, don't be bothered. Watch this. And I kept adding, watch this, and then go back and watch that.
yeah. And also, in at the end of Breathe One, was that also so like what you mentioned? Is that also the reason that at the end of Breathe One we see Kabir Sawant with Danny's son at his sports event or race? So was that the reason that he was not mentioned here in this season?
I don't know. See, now that's a writing thing. If you ask me, I would have been happy if, at least Josh was a part of season two and we could have shared some relationship between them. But again, I'm not the writer. I'm just an actor, and I have to do whatever they tell me. You know, I have to just perform to my best of abilities what is written. Um, and then again, it's their prerogative, writers, directors, the studio producer, that what they want to show and what they don't want to show. But personally, I'll be very honest, I would have been happy to see Josh, you know
Yeah.
and maybe we can bring him in season 3.
So any discussion or any word on season three? Like is it happening already, or what can we expect? No.
I don't know.
Okay, you're not going
I
to
don't
go
know, nothing.
anything. And
Again, you're asking, I have a feeling, Gaurang,
no.
I
That
last I spoke to you, you sounded like a guy who's on my side. Today, with the way you're asking me questions, you want to get me fired.
no, that is not true. That is not true. Okay, I
ऐसा
would.
मत करो, ऐसा मत करो. मेरी life बहुत depend करती है breathe पे.
No, nothing like that will happen because you are an integral part of that series. And recently you said in one of the interviews that the character in Breathe, you gave it all to all of your to
Yeah.
character. And of course it's a complex character, but as a viewer, uh, there was this movie called Barrett House. So I'm saying that character as a viewer, I felt I was more something which I hadn't seen, because I don't want to give anything away from that movie, but something really twisted happens in that movie. So tell me about that. Do you think that movie or that character would have gotten me maybe more viewership than it already did?
So I don't think like that, because there's no point talking like that.
Okay.
That is more and less is something I've never gone into that. I never go into that zone. Was it appreciated? Yes. Was it a great film? Yes. Audiences loved it. I have a lot of fans and friends who loved it. And it's still the amazing thing about OTT is that any time that you want to watch something, and if you want to watch my work, you watch it. It's
Yeah.
still there. So there's no there's no sulking ki kam logon ne dekhi, because people can still watch. I'll just tell you a difference between two characters. And I love the question that you have asked. The huge credit goes to Bugs Bhargav, Bugs, my director, to pick such a complex story and just again tell it in a very interesting way. But I still feel that I externalized that character. It was a lot of external, because Bugs wanted it to be like a Korean opera.
Hmm.
So opera is like reaching out. It's like stage. It's like theater. And because he's like a craftsman from the theater, he's very big on Indian stage, and as a writer, as a director, he's done so many plays and directed them. So that was his vision for that, so perform. Where else, when it comes to Kabir and Breathe, I wanted, and me and Mayank, we always wanted Kabir to be very internalized.
Yeah.
In terms of, and then when you internalize things, Gaurang, it's more painful, because when you internalize things, you have to create a method. You have to find how to, especially I think he's a more damaged person, Kabir Sawant. and then when to kind of relive that character's pain, to relive that character's guilt. I just think that that exercise is more challenging and exhausting.
And as an audience, when I started watching the second season, and because I knew whatever happens with him in the last season, finally he gets his redemption and he's doing all this. And then I suddenly see that, okay, here something again interesting happened with him in the flashback we see, and I was like, okay, come on, give him a break. He has already been through a lot. And
That's an amazing part of, I think, Kabir Sawant, that you can't leave Kabir Sawant out of a problem, and you can't leave a problem out of Kabir Sawant.
And off late, this thing is going viral on social media. I also did a story on that the last weekend of this month is going to be, I think we can declare it as Amit Sadh weekend, because there's a movie, there are two movies, there's a web series, and whatever audience chooses, there'll be Amit Sadh in it.
And a lot of other great performers,
Exactly.
great actors, great artists. I'm just a small part in the universe that you will watch. What I'm excited about, I'm coming with three amazing teams, Shakuntala Devi, Avrodh, and my Yaara, with all my Yaaras. So you will see Amit, and you will see a lot of other great artists and great work of a great team, great director. And I just hope that you guys can. My only advice is buy extra popcorn.
I just saw the trailer of Yaara. It has just been released, and
What do you think? What's your feedback?
I loved it. Because I am already a fan of Tigmanshu Dhulia movies. Plus, there you were there, Vidyut is there, and Vijay Verma. I really appreciate three of you a lot.
Vijay and Kenny is there. Shruti is there.
Shruti is also there.
Sanjay Mishra sir is there.
Sanjay Mishra is also there. Yeah. So I would really like, whoever I meet, I recommend this movie called Ragdesh to people, and it was also by Tigmanshu Dhulia. And so tell me about something, if you can tell me about Yaara. What can the audience expect? And your character, in a way, it also, the friendship bit is also reminded me of say Kai Poche, because there was this friendship bond, and there was this a kind of fight happens, and then they meet again, something like that. So tell me about Yaara.
I don't want to talk too much. I think people should watch work than us talking. I always like talking after the film is out.
That was the reason I didn't connect with you before the Breathe. Because I wanted to talk about it. Like last time we did.
I know. I appreciate, bro. You're a very kind and a very good human being, and I like that. यारा के बारे में इतना कहूँगा कि बहुत स्पेशल फिल्म है, बहुत मेहनत की है, and you'll see us young and you'll see us old, and it does remind me of Kai Poche, because we did have that kind of fun while we were filming it. But I think the trailer is out, so क्या आप ज़्यादा बोले? I hope you like the trailer, and when it comes out, it's coming out on Friendship Day. So life is all about friendships and relationships, and we've tried covering that in the film. Tishu sir is a very, very great narrator of stories. So I just hope you like the film, and once you like the film, then there are valid questions. So that's one step at a time. One step at a time.
Also, talking about Avrodh, I keep following you on your Insta, and when you were shooting for this movie, I think it was named India Fights Back at that time, and
India Strikes.
India Strikes. Yeah. So in between, Uri the Surgical Strike released, and it was such a big blockbuster. And the movie, this is also based on Uri attacks and what happens, before and after. So as an audience, or what can audience see here which they haven't already seen in Uri?
Okay, it's a different narrative. I'm a huge fan of Uri the movie. I'm a huge fan of Vicky, the performer, the actor, and what he did in Uri. I just think that the format is different, and you have more hours time, then we just kind of go more detail into the war politics and just the whole kind of system, if India fights back or has to go into war with something, what are the complexities? What is the kind of diplomacy that goes behind it? Also, is a huge part. So we've tried, and it's also based on Shiv and Rahul's book, India's Most Fearless, from the first book. I mean, they've also come up with the second book. And what I like about Rahul and Shiv is that the way they are documenting Indian stories, like Indian armed forces stories. There's a lot of authenticity to it. There's a lot of researched, background check. So we are very excited. We are very excited about Avrodh. It's one of the most special. Avrodh is very special to me. Yeah.
And that look is suiting you a lot. The jagged Amit Sadh in the army uniform. That's really looking great.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you so much.
And
thanks, man. Thank you so much.
And earlier today you tweeted about you got tested negative of coronavirus, and we were all relieved. And but when you first got to know about it that you may have to go for a test, was there a bit of panic? And what was your reaction when you realized your co-star as well, Abhishek, has been tested?
I'm upset about that. I mean, I'm sure Bachchan Saab, Abhishek will be back home soon, and even the family will recover. But for me, I don't get scared and stuff. My only concern is that I'm more concerned about people that were exposed to me.
Yeah, and that's great to hear. And finally, we have been in lockdown for almost 3.5-4 months. So, and I saw you were in Uttarakhand for the most of the time, which is a beautiful place. So, how did you spend your time there, and how did you pass this time? Because of course now from July onwards there is a slew of releases. Tell me just briefly if you can tell me about that.
I mean, it's a different system. I mean, there's a different way you live in the hills. I was also camping there for a couple of weeks. So in the hills, for my life is like from sunrise to sunset. So I wake up early, see the sunrise at 5:30. So you wake up at 4, and then you see the sunset at around 6:30. We started in March, but by the time June happened, the sunrise was delayed. And then there's 1 hour before darkness, which is magical. So my life was in between sunrises and sunsets, and then dinner at 7:30, and then sleep. Just spending time in the forest, looking at birds, looking at the skyline. Yeah, just doing nothing.
Yeah, that is a beautiful way to spend the lockdown, I would imagine. And recently one of your films started getting traction on social media, Guddu Rangila, with Arshad Varsi.
I'm glad. Finally, finally it's getting something.
Yeah, 5 years were completed, and Arshad Varsi tweeted that I don't know why the movie did not work, because. So, what was your memories, or what your reaction to that? Do you like?
I don't see life as why and why not. Jo hua, take it in the chin, move ahead. Was it a special memory? Yes. Subhas sir have been one of my teachers. He's very, very warm to me. Great team. Alif, Ashad bhai, Ronit sir.
Yeah.
We were a good team. I have good memories, and that's enough for me. If people are watching now, that's also good.
That is interesting. And finally, you also tweeted something saying that some surprise is on its way, or some. Is there anything you would like to tell us about the films? When people said that 4 of your things are releasing, you said there's another surprise. You teased some. Again, nothing. Okay, fine. I'm sure from now on that I'm 100% sure C-16 theories are going to amplify a lot. It's like why Katappa killed Bahubali. People are going to ask what is C-16, and I'm looking forward to this and everything that's coming in the next few weeks and other stuff as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
thank you, Gaurang. Thank you so much. Thank you for being wonderful all the time. You're a friend. You're a good friend.
Thank you.